All right, man, let's rock and roll. I'm so excited. You know what? I tell myself every week I'm going to be calm. Every week I get started. You know what? I'm going to be calm. You know, I'm just going to chill. You know, EJ's doing good. I talked to him. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to chill. You know, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to walk slow. Yeah, right. And a passion just get in me because what happens is I get so excited about how your life going to change based on what God just told me. And I get excited about it. And when I get excited about it, I mean, if the building is on fire, you ain't going to say, building's on fire. You're going to be excited. Oh, the building's on fire. We got to get out. Well, see, when the fire hit the inside of me, I just can't come up and say, you know, the Lord going to bless you. I got to tell you with the passion that's in me. So suffice to say, I probably ain't going to be calm today. And all this stuff that's laid out, it's got a point to it. And I'm going to teach it to you when I get to that point. But the first thing I want to say to you that listen, at the beginning of 2009, we declared that 2009 is what? Harvest time. We declared it. We opened our mouth and we spoke that 2009 is going to be harvest time. We even personalized it and said 2009 is mine. We personalized it. Okay, so now watch this. There's 124 days left. If your harvest has not came in yet, God told me to tell you, don't give up. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Don't give up. 124 days is a long time for God to do what he promised he's going to do. Come on, y'all. He built the whole world in 6 days. If all it took was 6 days to make all the lists, what makes you think he can't still bless you with 124 days left? Somebody shout, don't give up. It is not over, y'all. It's not over. It's not over. God told me to tell you, it is not over. 2009 is still harvest time. And you got to understand that when you open your mouth and you declare and decree a thing, it is absolutely imperative that it come to pass. So if you declared and decreed that 2009 was harvest time and you just ain't seen it yet, don't worry about it. Your angels are still working on it. Does somebody know what I'm talking about? Don't give up. Hang in there. It ain't over yet. We got how long? 124 days. God is going to do what he said he's going to do. And I'm going to show you today that not only is he going to do what he said he's going to do, he's going to do what you said he's going to do. That's the part you got to get. You got to get in your mind that when you declare and decree a thing, it shall be established. Okay, go to Job. I told y'all, am I calm yet? I told y'all I was going to be calm, right? Go to Job. Let me show y'all something. Go to the book of Job 22. Job 22 and 28. Job 22 and 28. Got to show you why you should still be excited about 2009. Job 22 and 28 NIV says this. What you decide on will be done. It says what you decide on will be done. King James says it this way. Thou shalt also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee. The Amplifier says, you shall also decide and decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you. So if at the beginning of 2009, you opened your mouth and you decreed a thing, then that means it must be established unto you. Because the word says this. It says, what you decide on will be done. See that? Look at that. Look up on these screens. It says, let's read this together. Ready to read? What you decide on will be done, and the light will shine on your ways. Okay, now I want you to personalize it. Say after me. Say, what I decide on will be done. What I decide on will be done. So what I'm trying to show you is that it's in the word of God. You just confess. This is my word. I am what it says I am. I can do what it says it can do. I read, receive, I believe. Well, if you read, receive, and believe, you also said you read, receive, believe, and release. So if you read it and believe it, then you release it. It says what you decide. It didn't say what God promised, because if you understand the word of God, what he promised, he's already promised. See, what he promised, he pre-prepared for you before the beginning of the earth. So the promise is already laid out. This word is saying what you decide on will be done. So if you decided on something in 2009, I remember New Year's Eve. We had a great time New Year's Eve. It was exciting New Year's Eve. We was out there having a good time at the school, and we was dropping confetti down, and everybody's excited. Everybody's confessing. And I said to them, I said, listen, I don't want 2010 to come and you still confessing the same stuff that you did in 2009. You need to have some measurable, tangible success in your life. But the key is that you have to decide on it. You can no longer sit back and wait for the times where I'm just waiting on God. If God says so, here's the clue. God already said so. Stop making excuses in the middle of the process, because when you make excuses in the middle of the process, you open your mouth. When you open your mouth, you decide that you ain't gonna get it. And whatever you decide will be done. Hey, how the new baby? Bless the Lord. If you decide that you shall have what you want to have in 2009, it shall be done. But if you decide in the midst of the process that for some reason you don't want it, then guess what? It shall be done. Be it unto you according to your faith. That's why last week when I taught you confidence, when you have that confidence, you know that you're a king's kid. And you understand as a king's kid that if I decree a thing, it shall come to pass. Well, since you understand that, here's what you've been doing. You've been decreeing some things at a certain time. Then you've been opening your mouth and speaking against it. And when you speak against it, your angels has already been sent. When you release your faith, has already been sent to go get what you asked for. When you speak against it, now you confuse them. They were on their way to get your stuff because you declared it and you decreed it. And in the midst of going to get your stuff, you opened your mouth and you spoke against it. So right when they was about to grab your stuff, they heard your latest command. And when they heard your latest command, they can only follow what you say. So it's right there at their fingertips. You said in 2009, the harvest is going to be mine. Your angels got dispatched. They went to get it. They got this close to getting your harvest, and you spoke against it, and they turned around. You said that maybe God don't want me to have it. You said I don't deserve it. You said, well, maybe they ain't going to come. And the moment you said that, the angel says, okay, you shall have whatsoever you say. So the angel says, okay. So what I'm trying to show you through this word, that don't be fearful of the fact that we in 2009 and there's only 129 days left. That's how a negative person thinks. A positive person says, wait a minute. If I declared it and I decreed it, it's going to be done. And since it's going to be done, that means I still got time. And if my God can build the whole universe, the whole world, all the galaxies, all the stars, if he can do all that in 6 days, he sure can break me off with a good paying job in the next 124 days. He sure can break me off with a couple houses in the next 124 days. Hey, ladies, he sure can break me off with a good man in 124 days. Listen. Pastor Roxanne's been teaching on Tuesdays. There's no limits. The only limits that are in your life are the ones that you put on yourself. And how you put limits on yourself in the spiritual arena is with your mouth. You could think that it's not going to happen. Thoughts come. But don't you ever speak that it's not going to happen.